Today we're being joined by a very special guest, formerly from the Murray Bushrangers. Kloe, thanks for coming on.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
No worries. Now, there's a reason why I only called you Kloe. Can you please, for everyone, because I know I was going to butcher. I'm good at pronunciations, but even yours I think I might struggle with. Well, maybe. How would you pronounce it?
My last name? It's
Yeah.
Mcelhinney. Yeah, Mcelhinney. So
There we go.
I get a bit of everything. So honestly, it wouldn't have mattered what you said. I get everything. So I would have just responded anyway.
Mcelhinney. Right. Good enough. All right. So, Kloe, tell us a bit about yourself. What got you into footy and what type of player you are?
Yeah, so what got me into footy, I've grown up around it. My dad played footy his whole life. My little brother plays footy, so we're just a really, really big footy family. I grew up watching it. I did originally play netball, but I knew growing up, like, I just wanted to play footy. I knew there was no girls teams available, so I kind of just stuck with netball until about the age of 13. Then I joined the Wodonga Raiders, so that was my first season. I'm a defensive player. Absolutely love the back line. Wouldn't want to be anywhere else on the field, honestly. It's my favourite place to be. So, yeah, I started Wodonga Raiders in a while back. I would have been 13 at the time, so it was a while ago, but I started there, played most of my footy there before, eventually getting selected in the Bushies program in 2019. So, yeah.
So you're in the Bushrangers for 4 years up to last year. How was that time there? How did you first get approached? Obviously, you said you played locally at Wodonga. How was getting approached, and how did you react to getting told, of the under 18s, under 16 level, this is where you want to be if you want to get to the highest that level?
Yeah, so pretty funny actually. I was just, I didn't really know much about Bushies or anything. I first played for in the V-Line Cup, so I was selected in the V-Line Cup. I had a few games there, and then about 3 weeks after that, Mario, who is one of the coaches at the Bushies, he rang my dad, and he just said, like, I've watched Chloe play, and we really want to get her down for a training session. So I was really keen for that, and I went down to a training session in Wangaratta just with some of the current Bushies girls, and I trained with them before the preseason trials were announced. I did a few training sessions there with them and absolutely loved it. It was so good. Before I was invited back to the trials, which were a few months later. And yeah, I couldn't believe it. I was actually approached in my second year of playing, so I hadn't really played for very long. I did win Best and Fairest in my first year, so I'd kind of been told, you might be approached. You got V-Line Cup you've selected for. But I didn't ever believe it. I just thought, that would be insane if I got selected for the Bushies, and it was always a dream, if I get selected for the Bushies and get to represent my area, that would just be so cool. So yeah, when I got called and asked, come and trial, it was shocked. I was shocked, I was nervous, but yeah, so excited. And from there, it's just followed through.
That's good. So obviously at the Murray Bushrangers, obviously you'd be aware it's more out of Melbourne, out of the Geelong and all the other clubs that you had to play in the Boots League. Do you feel there was enough resources for you guys and girls at a club like Murray, where it's a fair way away, compared to, say, where the other clubs, obviously you hear about all the Vics, you got they're all closer together, where you're kind of so the way, a bit like Australia and New Zealand and or Tassie to a degree.
Yeah. Look, Bushies helped us so much. They always, if anybody ever needed any travel or assistance or anything, they were always there, and they were really, really big support. But I do think, like, in the future, I would love to see more games sort of played around this area. I feel like through my course of the years, there's only ever 1 or 2 games ever played at Wangaratta, so we were being kind of made to travel 2 or 3 hours away every weekend, which is a lot. After a footy game and you're tired and you got to drive 3 hours home, and it is a lot. But Bushies really supported us with that. They gave us all the things that we needed to just make sure we were recovering really well, and if anyone needed assistance, they were always there for that, which was really good.
Yeah, that definitely is. And I mean, how did you feel about when you had to play in the coach, like, say, go to Geelong, go to Dandenong, and having to do that all the time, no matter how the team was going in individually? But is that something that after a while you got into it, you're like, did you feel like that was a non-factor, or was that still something that crossed your mind every time you played, or did you get used to it after a while?
I think you do get used to it, but definitely by the end of the season, you do feel a bit burnt out. I know I did. Like last season was quite a long season for us. It was longer than what we usually play. So most of our games were down in Melbourne, and I think definitely by the end of the year, I was ready for a break. Like, driving 6 hours a day to play a full game. Yeah, it definitely burns you out. But you do get used to it the more and more you do it, I suppose. So yeah, you get used to it, but yeah, it can definitely, I think it definitely contributes to your performance. Like, if we've got to wake up really early and travel 3 hours, you're not probably going to have your best game compared to some of the Melbourne girls who, just have to drive 15 minutes down the road. So yeah, it
You're right.
definitely is a big factor.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be painful, especially if you give early games at like 9 or 10 o'clock starts. If they
Yeah.
want you to be an hour early, say 9 o'clock, and you're getting up at probably 5, 6 range just to get to a 9, 10 o'clock game. Did you have many late games, or were they scattered? Or
They were all very scattered. A lot of them played at midday, so still meant for us we were getting decently early. But yeah, there was a few games that were scheduled for, 10 o'clock or so, but yeah, they're mostly midday games, so, around 12, 1 o'clock mark, which wasn't too bad, but yeah.
at least from a scheduling point of view, then at least it wasn't extremely bad from a time point of view, at least.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. They did schedule that pretty well, and we were pretty lucky that most of our games were played at High Point Recreation Reserve, which is only about 2 hours from us. So it's on the outer suburbs of Melbourne. So we weren't having to travel all the way into Melbourne. We could just come off the freeway. So it wasn't too bad. But yeah, still a bit of a burnout sometimes.
Or now, obviously, this year, Chloe, you talked to me about focusing on some other things along with playing local footy. So tell us a bit about that decision in not pursuing, say, a VFLW opportunity this year, but obviously, I'm assuming it's something you wanted to still do at some
Yeah,
point.
yeah, for sure. I definitely plan on moving down to the VFL next year. I still really want to get drafted, obviously. This year, I am currently studying at the moment to be a personal trainer. So, um, and I'm looking at taking a coaching course as well towards the end of the year. So, um, just I think helping people and coaching is something I've been really, really interested in. So, I'm just playing locally at the moment with the Goona Bulldogs and just going to see how that goes and just keep myself fit. And then hopefully towards the end of the year, I'll go down, trial for a VFL team and hopefully get in. So yeah, I want to move down there next year after I'm qualified and once I've saved some more money up because it's pretty expensive down there. So once I've saved some more money up and qualified and worked out what I really want to do, I'll hopefully go down and play down there.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, it can be a lot from a whole range of factors as well, and it's obviously not necessarily an easy decision to make. But in
No,
terms of
not at all.
how's that been for you, and how much are you enjoying that
What'd you say? Sorry.
personal trainer side of things?
Oh,
How that been?
yeah. The course is very dry. It's very hard. You gotta learn a lot, but I love it. I'm so excited to be qualified because I currently work at a gym now. I'm not doing the personal training side of things yet, but I love it. I love being in the gym and I love helping people and just seeing people really just transform themselves and find who they really are. So I love it and I think it's a really rewarding job and I'm really excited to be qualified.
That's good. So obviously, you mentioned before about a premiership you had. It was a junior level. You said you had. So how was it? How's your junior footy stage been? Like, have you had any personal accolades in that throughout the time? Have you had any individual awards as well, premierships?
Well, 2 years ago, I captained the Wodonga Raiders under 18 youth girls, and we did make it through to the grand final. Unfortunately, went down, but the game to get into the grand final, we took it to extra time, and we hadn't beaten this team all season. We ended up beating them by a point in extra time, so it was insane. I just remember the adrenaline rush. It was crazy, but yeah, I captained the Murray Bushrangers last year, which was amazing. I never thought I'd even make it into the program, let alone be the captain of it. So that
Yeah.
was an incredible achievement. Very proud of that. I also won the Brian Hill Award with Bushies, which is basically just like a best clubman award. And I won a few best and fairest just with Wodonga Raiders as well. But yeah, I couldn't have done it without the girls. Honestly, I just thank them for everything.
Good. So, very humble there, like it. Obviously you mentioned the best and fairest. How was that? And obviously being the captain too of the Murray Bushrangers is a really huge honour. I mean, as I say these days, and plenty of people would say, they don't just hand them out to anybody.
Yeah. Yeah, look, winning the best and fairest it always came as a surprise to me. I don't play footy for the accolades. I play because I love it. So, winning them awards is just something that, it makes me so happy and proud. But like I said, I couldn't have done it without the girls. And to captain the Murray Bushrangers I cried when I found out that I was being named captain because I just, I played in the team for a while. I'd known some of the girls. I played with them locally, and I'd played in other competitions with them. And just to be named captain and to be able to help my teammates and the girls just grow not only as footballers but as people was just so. I felt so privileged.
That's good. So, who would you say some players you took under your wing that kind of leaned to you for advice? Obviously, being the captain, obviously you have more responsibilities than just someone without the title. How did you handle that? And there's something you clearly wanted to do because you mentioned you've been in it before. So, how did you manage that? And did it affect your game per se? Did it help raise it? Did it not really affect it from a game point of view for you? How was it overall for you?
I think I absolutely loved it, and I think some days I absolutely flourished, and it was amazing, and some days I definitely struggled. I think as captain, it's really hard because if your team is down and out, and things aren't going your way, you can't drop your head. You've got to be the one that stands up for that, and to show the girls that it's okay and things do happen. So it was really hard because at times I did want to drop my head and just take a breath, but yeah, you got to stay strong in moments like that. So I think it was hard, but I loved it, and I think that it really helped me. It just helped me with all my with football in general. Like, I feel like my skills from the start of to the end of the season improved, as well as my just the way I went about it. Just the way I went about it, and as a whole, just changed because my whole perspective on it changed. So, I think being a captain, honestly, it was very. I feel very honoured to have been named the captain, and it definitely helped. But yeah, it was definitely hard as well.
Good. So, is there any particular players that you kind of took under your wing while you were a captain that were
Yeah.
either age or younger?
Um, I absolutely loved all the girls, helped them all, but one particular girl in Madison Ibrahim, she's playing very well this year. Actually, she's been selected in the Vic team, but she's a year younger than me, and her and we kind of did everything together
Mm-hmm.
last year. So, um, when we went to Tassie, we roomed together and sat next to each other on all the flights, and yeah, she'd always sort of be the one that I spent a lot of time around, and I feel like we really grew closer as friends as well. So, still talk to her now, and she's going amazing, and yeah, I can't wait to see where she goes.
That's good. And obviously, I mean, an interstate trip, Chloe, is kind of just like a normal travel game day for you in a way, wouldn't it? With the 2-3 hour flights, sometimes that's what it is for driving as well.
Yeah, well, we had a game over in Tassie last year where we drove to Melbourne and we took the plane
Yeah.
over, and it was awesome. Some say it was easier because the plane was only an hour and most of our car rides are about 2 or 3. So it wasn't too bad. It was good, and it was honestly such an experience. I've never been to Tassie before, so to get to go over there with the girls and play against some of the Tassie girls was insane. It was awesome.
That's good. How was it to facing some of the best of last year's draft crop, or even the previous, or technically this year's now, being when they were bottom ages? Is there any particular toughest opponents that you had throughout that time that come to mind, or was there any particular teams throughout that whole Coates League season?
Definitely a few teams. I would have to say Tassie were a very, very good side. Just their whole team as a whole was just they just link up so well, and some of their forwards and their backs they link so well, and a lot of the Geelong girls as well. So they were really tough opponent, obviously. A few girls there that'll go on to get drafted this year, I'd say, but they, probably Geelong definitely, and Tassie, but I reckon Lila Keck from Bendigo Pioneers, she definitely was one of the harder opponents I versed. Just super speedy, beautiful kick on her, just all round great player and such a good person too. So yeah, she was awesome.
It's good. So, obviously, being a defender, yeah, you said before how much you love it and you wouldn't change it. Now, it's great to hear that because normally it's always the opposite. If they want to be a forward, or they want to kick the goals, or they want to get 30 plus disposals. What strikes you to loving the defense so much where you don't want to change out of that?
I just think, I think that, when you stop a goal or when you lay the winning tackle or smother, or I just feel like it's so rewarding. I mean, anyone can kick a goal, but to smother the ball or to lay the winning tackle is it's just a whole different. And I love the adrenaline that you get when there's a couple minutes left and you got to lock that ball down in there. They've got it. They're trying to kick a goal and you're just trying to stop it. So, I love it. I've always loved being a defender and just I love being able to transition it. So starting with me or starting with some of the other girls and watching the ball transition into a goal, and you just feel so rewarded. Like that transition was great. We started that. What a team goal. Like, so yeah, that's why I would say I love defense and I wouldn't change it.
That's good. Now, I think I know where this answer may go, depending based off that alone. Mark or goal of the year? Which one would you rather do and why?
Oh, mark of the year, I reckon. Be pretty cool to take a specky, I reckon. It's pretty cool to get up nice and high. I mean, goal of the year would be pretty cool too, but I reckon I'd love to take a good mark.
That's good. I mean, yeah, you can't go wrong either way. To be honest, I choose to go just because I liked playing forward when I did play, and you can't go wrong honestly either way. Would you be one to post it as a profile picture or make it as a post if you were to take a specky?
Yeah, I definitely would. A lot of my profile photos have been me playing footy, so if I took a specky, I'd love to boast about it. I'd 100% post it around, let everyone know, but yeah.
Absolutely. Look, Chloe, I mean, I don't believe some people when they say they wouldn't post. I love the honesty because, I mean, unless your name's Jeremy Howe, no one takes speckies every week.
Oh, 100%. I agree with that. He's insane. He's a freak.
He absolutely is. Now, I know you're not a goal person, but if you were to kick a goal at any point in time, it could be locally, could have previously happened, or in the future. If you were to kick a goal, what would be your go-to goal celebration?
That is a hard question. I don't even know. I'd have to come up with something because honestly, I just kick a goal and I instantly just turn to my teammates and run at them. So I don't know what you call that, but that's my go-to.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, it's funny. I did some convincing with someone recently who plays in the VFLW. She's 20. She kicked only one goal in her career, I think. She got a 50-meter penalty on the weekend. I interviewed her the day before the game, so Friday, and I said to her, her name was Charlotte, and I said to Charlotte, I said, look, what is your go-to goal celebration? She said, just the basic thumbs up. And I was like, no, we can't have that. It's got to be something else. Anyway, I convinced her with a teammate at first as well, who I've had on as well, to do a double cobra. And she promised that she'd do it on the weekend if she did get a goal. Now, I didn't expect her to get a goal because she plays in the back line, I think. And she got a 50-meter penalty. So she got a shot directly in front, like 15 meters down. I'm like, please get it. And she did it. And she did the double cobra. So
That's awesome. That would be so cool. I'll have to look it up and see if I can find it somewhere.
Posted that yesterday, so it'll be in the recent post. But yeah, that was pretty cool and funny as well. So what is the best goal you've ever kicked, Chloe, at any level? I'm sure you've kicked a goal at some level, have you?
I have kicked a goal at local level. Best goal I've ever kicked. Look, the best goal I ever kicked was probably I was playing in the centre. We got the clearance and I ran past and got the hands and kicked the goal on the run. So I'm a left footer, so kicking on the run for me as well is so much easier than just standing still. And so yeah, I'd say any of my goals that I've kicked on the run, probably my favourites. Probably my favourite to kick. So yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm the same. I don't like set shots, not for the fact that it's a set shot, just the fact that, you're kind of stationary and you have to put more power in it, I suppose.
Yeah.
And everything like that. I mean, I tell this to everyone, and everyone I do a goal kicking with knows it, and everyone I've pretty much watches the videos will know that I am better on the boundary than what I am on any section, in front included. Because I don't know, I just get there more than in front. I don't know how or why, but it happens. Maybe because I practiced year in and year out when I was from the
Yeah, no, not a
the
set shot fan either.
no, on the run or on the pockets, dribble it, snap it around the corner, check side or whatever. All good.
Yeah.
Now, while you're at the Murray Bushrangers, Chloe, who were some of your favourite teammates?
I would definitely have to say there's two girls that really stand out to me when you ask me that question. First one's Destiny Dodd. She is just an amazing person. Awesome player as well, but just she's just always there for everyone, and she was so happy. You'd see her saying hello to everyone, always smiling. Unfortunately, she has just done her ACL, but she's still smiling. She's still, her sisters play and still for Bushies, and she still shows up, and she's just got an incredible family and just an incredible attitude about everything. Like her outlook on life is insane. So definitely her, and then another one's Kaylee Cobson. So we played in the back line together for a fair bit, and feel like we just had a connection. We just really could read each other. So I'd always know where she was going to be, and she'd know where I was. So definitely Kaylee. Love playing with her.
That's good. Who loves the limelight, the attention, the camera, the Bushrangers, and they can't get enough of it, and they know exactly what to do when there's a camera around. A bit of me time.
Oh, I'd probably Rose Bell. She's an awesome player. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, loves a good goal celebration. And look, the limelight's always on her because she's amazing. So is Molly McLaren. Those two girls are both insane players, and they deserve all the limelight they can get. But yeah, definitely reckon those two would be yeah, the best for that.
I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing to love the lineup. Most of the time, it's put because you put it upon yourself to do it. But there is some people that get that attention that not necessarily ask for it. Maybe they just get it because it's good.
Yeah, those two girls are insane. They're both very young girls. I think 15 or 16 this year. So, and they're already big asks of them. They'll both be drafted. They're both awesome players, both awesome people. So, yeah, definitely just comes naturally for those two.
Let's see. We'll reflash to that comment, Chloe, in 3 years' time and see how much of a genius you are when you get it right.
Righto, we'll go back to it.
Yeah, we'll go back in 2 years' time, or 3 years. So, what would you say some of your biggest strengths as a player, as a footballer, obviously with captain and leadership, and obviously playing in the back line as well?
Yeah, definitely probably my leadership would have to be my biggest strength. And my communication just around that sort of thing. So I love leading the team talks and helping the girls out. But in terms of football attributes, I would definitely have to say my kick. I'm a left footer, and I'd say my kicking has come very naturally to me. I have always been a pretty good kick. I'm an okay mark, not
Yeah.
great, but my speed as well. I'm quite quick, so love just attacking the footy and being able to hit someone up. So yeah, definitely my kicking and my speed.
That's good. So, what are some goals you set for yourself this year, Chloe? Obviously, take a step down for this year at least to focus on other things and play locally. So, what's some goals you take for yourselves to take into local this year?
Yeah, definitely. My goals are probably just to be like overall work on my fitness because playing at a local level, I probably play through more like the midfield roles. So I'd love to just improve my fitness overall. And then definitely my marking, for sure. So just I noticed a lot through bushies, I would overthink things and make mistakes. So definitely just my marking and being able to slow down when I need to.
That's fair enough. Who would you say, or what would you say is some nicknames you get that you like or dislike? Is there any that come to mind?
Oh, I do get Macca a bit. My dad was also Macca, so it just comes from the last name. I don't mind that. Other than that, literally just Kloe, Macca, Chloe,
Nice
any
and
of
basic.
those. Yeah.
That's all right. That's good. What's something someone does at any of the clubs you've been part of that you can't stand, whether that's leaving rubbish around, just being flat out annoying? Is there something that strikes out to you?
Yeah, I hate it when we're like after we've warmed up and we're coming into a team huddle and the music's going and the girls just don't turn the music off. Like when you're in a huddle and you're trying to talk to them and they're just too busy listening to the music and they just don't turn it off or don't turn it down. Yeah, that really bugs me.
I know, especially if you're trying to listen and then you don't hear, and then you're either going out to the field and the coach or whoever can't relay the message again, or you get made to look like an idiot, or not an idiot, a little bit forgetful
Yeah.
or not listening properly when it's not because you're not listening, it's because someone's blasting the music.
Yeah, and look, that happened a few times and they're playing the music and then, you don't do something right and then you're the one getting yelled at and it just frustrates me, but yeah,
No,
everyone's pretty good, so.
that's all right. But yes, that can definitely extremely be really frustrating. Favorite TV shows or movies, Chloe, that you got?
Ooh, favorite TV show. Oh, I love New Amsterdam. It's a medical series, so love that. Love Grey's Anatomy. Anything sort of medical wise. I've just recently watched Captains. It's a soccer documentary on the World Cup. Love
Yeah.
that. Um, Other than that, I literally only watch the footy when it's on TV.
That's fair enough. Now, you recently made your trip down to Melbourne, that long 2-3 hour trip to watch the Blues on Thursday night, was it?
Yeah.
How was it, mate?
Oh, it was awesome. The atmosphere was amazing. Unfortunately, we did get tickets right next to the Richmond cheer squad. So copped it all game, but was able to give it back at the end when we had the win. So it wasn't too bad. It was pretty good. It was a good win and it was an awesome game to watch.
I'm sure that's good. I mean, yeah, close win in the end, a bit closer, probably helped for them that they had three of their best players come back.
Yeah.
What would you say is I don't know, but no. Have you ever had any AFLW player interactions, Chloe, as a fan that you like or that were memorable or not?
Yeah, absolutely. So Sam Doherty from Carlton, obviously, he is just an awesome person, always down for a chat. And Tom de Koning as well. So met both of those two at an open training one time, and they were both just awesome people. Just love a chat. Such good, like so good to their fans. Always making time for their fans. And AFLW. Well, obviously, I played with Keely Skepper before she was drafted to Carlton in the women's. And I'd say I'd met her because I played with her, but she's just an awesome person. She's just awesome, and I could only imagine what she'd be like to her fans now.
Yeah, that's really good and good to hear that, it's always nice to hear these, playing coach you mentioned with Keely there. It's always nice, to have that connection with someone. And even if you meet them for the first time, because you could just lead to better things. Like I've had some people along where they say they've actually had some AFLW players be like academy coaches or just coaching it locally, and you just happen to get to know them really well based off things like that. So it's good to hear.
Yeah, no, it is good. And Emma Mackey obviously was my coach at the Bushies last year. She played AFL as well, and another just amazing person, just someone that's really there for her players and a really great coach too.
That's good. So now, this is the biggest question for defenders, Chloe, because I know where this is going based off your very first comment about loving the back line. Now, defenders, I'm asking this, but I know your answer already. Defenders, do they deserve more love than what they get from a public point of view at AFL level? Because, as you'll be fully aware, the Brownlow's centred towards mids and rucks get votes these days, and Coleman's clearly a forwards award. You need your own award too.
100% need our own award. I feel like, look, I'm biased when I say I think defence is the most important position on the field, but, you can't win a game without your defenders. Can kick goals, but you got to stop them too. So definitely think that defenders need a bit more love and definitely need our own award because there's a few amazing defenders and players that I really wish would get more, just more recognition.
Yeah. So I mean, it amazes me how when you go listen to TV or the votes shows, coaches votes and stuff like that. Coaches votes are a tad different, but like the media votes and stuff like that, or Brownlows and that. You rarely see a defender poll a vote. Like I know some players that might have been All Australian last year, men's or women's. They were lucky to poll 3 votes in the Brownlow.
Yeah, there's some players that I just watch and I just think, how have you not won a Brownlow? Because their stats are amazing. You see their 1%ers, you see their meters gained, all that sort of thing. But, they didn't kick a goal and they didn't get the clearance. So vote's not there, which sucks a little bit. But hopefully the AFL will bring in an award for defenders, more
Absolutely.
focused on defenders soon.
That's right. What are some fun facts about you, Kloe, that people may not know about you?
Oh, that may not know about me. Oh, I love spending time with my dog. I'll go for a walk with her every day if I could. She's my best friend. Oh, I don't even know. That's hard. I love soccer a
Okay.
lot. I love soccer. Love watching it. I'll go to any A-League game that I can, and I do want to go to London one day and watch some of the teams in the Prem. So love soccer, love footy, love my dog, and yeah, I actually am a workaholic. I love work, so that's a bit of a weird one, but yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. You said that, not me. Now, what soccer teams do you go for, out of curiosity, since you mentioned that?
Yeah, so Western United in the A-League. So yeah, them in the A-League, and then I go for Newcastle United in the Premier League.
Not bad. Now they've been all right the last few years. Not so
Yeah,
much
not
this
too bad. Not going well this year, but yeah, thought we did all right last year.
No, absolutely. Yeah, the last 2 years they've definitely set it up. A bunch of new recruits, and they've done really well the last 2 years in particular.
So, yeah, a few injuries this year, but hopefully next year we'll be on the grind again and maybe make it into a few more competitions.
That's all right. Most prized possessions.
Ooh, my most prized possession. I have a football that at the start of the season when I was named captain, all the girls chose one thing that was really important to them about football, and they wrote it on a footy, and I've got that footy now, so it's got one thing that's really important to all the girls on it. So that is definitely my most prized possession. It sits in my room just on its own little stand, so definitely that. And I don't even know, probably not much else actually.
Any hidden talents?
Hidden talents. Oh, look, I probably not. Look, I can't sing and I can't play any sort of piano or keyboard or anything, so probably not.
Fair. I was just going to ask you. There's always people, well, not always, but there's always some people as a hidden talent. They like singing to themselves, but not in front of other people. I was just going to ask, have you someone that does that, where it's in your own? You might do it. Others?
I'll sing in my car or in the shower, but absolutely not in front of other people. I wouldn't want to hurt their ears, so.
Fair enough. Yeah. Now, on the topic of singing, music, and everything like that, favorite music?
Oh, definitely pop and a bit of rap. I do like a bit of rap, so NF is probably one of my favorite artists, and I've just recently went to Pink and Taylor Swift, so there's your pop. Love those two, but yeah, a bit of everything actually. Kind of just depends what I'm in the mood for. So before footy, I'll usually listen to some bit of rap and then probably move it more into a techno sort of, nightclub vibe, just to get the groove on before the game. But yeah, definitely just when I'm rewinding and just, chilling out, just pop hottest hits sort of thing.
Nice. And now you mentioned Taylor Swift, and I was actually going to bring this up the next after you finish this answer, so that's coincidental as well. First off, well, you have to. I'm assuming you're a Swiftie if you went.
Yeah, absolutely, big Swiftie. Love Taylor Swift.
But now I don't dislike her, I don't hate her, I don't love her. I'm not a fanatic. Well, the last month I've leaned towards more of a fanatic than a hater, because let's just say there's two things, Kloe, that I say to people that don't like Taylor Swift, and the first time it was just pure accident, it had nothing to do with Taylor Swift, but they insinuated that I did this. So what I said to someone, so if you ever want to annoy someone, Kloe, that doesn't like Taylor Swift, here's something you could do. So look, I'll insert a fake name. So I'll say Jonathan. So go, Jonathan, mate, just shake it off. And because they hate Taylor Swift, they know exactly what that reference means, and they lose their freaking mind. And the first time I did that, it was actually just pure coincidence that was the words I used. I didn't do it because of the song, but they insinuated that. So from then I'm like, okay, I'm going to keep doing it.
Well, it's all right. I know a few Swiftie haters, so might have to give it a try.
Yeah, and the other one, if you don't like that one, or if that's not your favourite one, the other one I've thought of is Gee, Jonathan, all you got to do is hate, 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 hate.
Any reference from that song, I think, would annoy anyone. So definitely have to give it a go.
There we go. See how you go, how many victims you can get. Now, victim, have you ever been a victim of jump scaring?
Oh, absolutely. I am the
How do you?
worst for it.
Oh, you fall funny.
Sorry?
Did you fall victim of it more than a few times?
Yeah, look, I'm not great with it. Sometimes I just have no awareness for my surroundings, and I'll be in my own world, and someone will scare the shit out of me, and it just not great. I'm terrible for it.
What would be one of the worst ones you copped, and have you ever accidentally thrown something because of it?
Not thrown something, but I did hurt myself.
Oh,
It was at our local footy club, and my sister plays at the same club as I used to. And she and her friends did it actually. We'd gotten to the game early and we were the only ones in the change room, and I was facing a wall and I was stretching out my calf. So I had my foot up against the wall like this and I was stretching, and her friends came up, jump scared me, and I stubbed my toe straight into the wall, completely cut my whole nail off. So yeah, pretty bad, that one.
not good. Gee, full disclosure, I'm pulling back the curtain. I don't know why I would say it, but you gave me the idea of it. Yesterday, when I was doing a goal kicking challenge with two of the girls from the Rebels, actually, well after they left, I had just killing a bit of time, and there was this other kid here having a kick with his dad and that. So their ball went over the fence, and you try and jump the fence, jump over the small ones. Anyway, well, not that small, but jumpable, jump over. Go over it so many times, and I probably went over it about 5 times before this incident. The 5th and final time that happened yesterday, I was going full speed because I was just trying to get the ball back and keep on doing my thing, and then full speed, all right, full speed, both knees straight into the top of the fence in the middle part, bang.
Oh, that would hurt. I could imagine doing it with one and only just being able to walk, but both. That's a killer.
Yeah, I know. And I'm not one to sit down. I had to sit down for about a minute. I tried getting up. I'm like, nope, let's just stay down for a minute.
Sit down for a little while. Not bruised at all today?
No.
Oh, that's all right then. That's a win.
I know. I could feel it this morning. Can't feel it now, which is good. But I felt it this morning. But like, is this still not going? But it's gone. It's gone. Good.
That's all right.
So,
that's good then.
Ball kicking challenges, everyone, if they're listening, don't get off put by that. I can still do it. I can still win. You don't need to run to do goal kicking comps. Now, this is the part of the interview, Chloe, where teammates' hearts get broken. Teammates love you more and more. They might dislike you, but if they do, they're not really a friend if they don't like you off this. Right, best chatterbox of the club.
Best chatterbox.
Yeah.
Molly McLaren.
Fair enough. Loudest. Sorry, loudest. Yeah.
Ooh, Destiny Dodd. Very loud. Lovely, but loud.
Quietest.
Ooh, that's a hard one.
No one jumps out?
Probably Grace Hay. She's pretty quiet.
Okay.
Keeps to herself.
Yeah, fair enough. Now, this could be the one where people get upset the most. If you're stuck on a deserted island with teammates, who would you be bringing and not bringing?
Who would I be bringing? I would bring Holly Egan.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think she would be the smartest in a way to get us out of there. I'd bring Destiny, obviously, because she's just the nicest person. I would not bring Maddie, as much as I love her. I just feel like she would make us stuck in there for even longer.
And you don't want that.
No. But, yeah, the other girls are all right.
That's fair enough. So, celebrity crush.
Ooh. Gotta say anyone from Carlton, really. Love them all, honestly.
That's fair. I mean, not many. Every time I ask this question, not many people name AFL players. So I'm glad that people are slowly starting to mention AFL players in your case. It's just, Yeah, I've heard Paddy Cripps and Charlie Curnow from a few Carlton people actually that have named AFL players coincidentally, and they're the two that keep coming up.
Yeah, love Charlie Curnow and Patrick Cripps, but I'd probably have to say Sam Walsh.
Well, actually, I've had Walshy as well. There you go. They're the three that have been said.
Walshy.
Yeah, that was one. I've had a Walshy fanatic on here.
Yeah.
Now, that was the other one. Yeah, quirks someone would say that you'd have that you wouldn't necessarily like to admit.
That's a hard one. Yeah, I don't know actually. That is a hard question. Nothing's jumping out at me. Yeah, I don't know.
Fair enough. All right, I'll go to the next one. So, jumper number. What jumper number did you wear, or what jumper number will you wear at local this year? And is there any meaning behind it? Did you get to pick it? How did that process go?
I wear 21 at Bushies. Very special number to me. Obviously, I played in that jersey for the Bushies, and I also, was captain in it. So number 21 is definitely my favourite number, and if I can get that this year, I'll be getting that this year. Otherwise, number 26, that's my birthday number, my boyfriend's favourite number, so definitely 26.
That's fair enough. Alrighty. Well, you mentioned game day superstitions a little bit before without me asking it by saying the music tune that you play.
Yeah. Definitely just my music and I can't change my boots within a season. They have to be same boots for the whole season. I've worn boots that I've duct taped together because I can't change it because it's not the end of the season yet. So have to wear the same boots for the whole season.
That's good. Now, I know you said that you're taking the year off from a VFLW point of view. When you do hop back into it next season, is AFLW something you still want to strive yourself to get into? And you don't have to be, and Sol pointed here, that you don't have to be 18 to get drafted. If you miss out on 18, 19, it doesn't mean it's over. Players get drafted at 20 of age.
Definitely AFL is something that I still strive for. It's still a really big goal of mine. It's still very high on my list. So definitely, obviously not playing VFL this year, I feel it might be a minor setback, but I really want to go in next year and have a really strong year in the VFL and hopefully just eventually get recognised by some AFL clubs and eventually drafted.
That'd definitely be good. Now, let's go to the debated food questions, Chloe. Where the Australian population go up in arms, Chloe, about these questions. I don't understand why people do, but they do. Now, I've only had 7 people out of a possible 50 plus get all questions correct to how I would answer them. Obviously, these are opinionated, so they're not factually correct or not. Let's see how you go. Okay, right. So first one, and please don't be the first for this one. Chicken palmy. Is it a palmy or is it something else?
It's a palmy.
Oh, thank Christ. I don't know why. I just started going the other way then.
Palmy.
That's good because it's spelled P-A-R-M-I. It's spelled like that. It's pronounced Parmigiana. It's not an A. It's not an O. It's not an E-Y.
Palmy, 100%.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm nervous, Chloe, though, for the first person to say something opposite to how I would.
How you would do it?
Yeah, I'd be like, what is wrong with you?
No, I agree with that. Yeah.
1 for 1. All right, let's see if we can keep going. Right. Tomato sauce, cupboard or fridge?
Cupboard.
Good. 2 for 2. Love it.
Definitely
Number
in
3.
the cupboard.
Yeah, definitely. I don't give a shit either way, but I prefer cupboard if I picked. So this is always the one I think that stumps me. Pineapple on a pizza, yes or no?
Yes.
Damn it. All right. No,
definitely.
We couldn't get it. That's okay. It's all right. We can't win them all, as they say, Chloe. Okay. All right. No, don't like it. Food, favorite food?
Favorite food. Vegemite toast.
All right, not bad. That's good. That's 3 out of 4. Good. All right. Favorite takeaway place?
Subway.
Good. I love that answer. What's your go-to Subway order?
Very basic. Literally just ham and cheese on white bread with some salad.
Yeah, not bad. Fair enough. Nothing wrong with that. What's the other one? Oh yeah. Food you don't like. This could be another one maybe.
anything spicy.
Oh no. Oh no.
Anything spicy.
I didn't hear that. I did not hear that. But fair enough. Some people can't handle it, I suppose.
Yeah, no, anything spicy, I can't deal with it.
Fair. 4 out of 6. Not too bad, Chloe. I've never had anyone get more than 2 different. So again, I'm worried for more answers to be different. But anyway, we'll take that. Now, got one more question for you, Chloe. So I do appreciate you coming on.
No worries.
If you were the AFL, AFLW, or VFLW CEO for a day, what rule would you like to add and/or remove?
I would remove the 666 rule.
Yeah.
I don't like that rule at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I would add. Oh, I would add a better goal reviewing system.
Yeah. I mean, they've got it right there and they still don't know how to use it properly.
Yeah, 100%. I'd definitely add something more like the VAR in soccer.
Yes, and then again, you could argue they don't use it properly either. But anyway,
I
here we go.
agree.
And the cricket one, if the DRS, they don't know how to use that properly either. They got
I
to.
don't think you could ever. I mean, we say we add better, but I just don't think anybody would ever still use it right. At the end of the day, it always just ends up as umpires call us players. So.
You're right. Chloe, it's been a pleasure having you on. All the best. And hopefully this time next year, we hear your name at a VFLW club, if not higher than that. So appreciate you coming on.
Thank you so much for having me.